Hello everyone. So let's start solving today's Leetcode daily challenge question. So the question is fraction, addition and subtraction. So we are given a string expression representing an expression of fraction, addition and subtraction. Return the calculation result in string format. Okay. So the final result should be an irreducible fraction. If your final result is an integer, change it to the format of fraction that has denominator 1. So the in this case 2 should be converted 2 by 1. Okay. So we are given this expression minus minus 1 by 2 and plus 1 by 2. So the answer is 0, but we have to return what? Slash, 0 by 1. Okay, we have to return the fraction only. So if we see the another example, it is minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. Okay, so if we divide it into parts, so let's make add space sum, so to understand which are the fraction. So if we add these two, we'll get 0. Okay, what we'll get? 0 slash 1, then plus 1 slash 3, which is equal to 1 slash 3. So our answer is 1 slash 3, 1 by 3. Okay, next is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2. Okay, which is how we can calculate that. Normally in mathematics, how we calculate this: 2 into 1, that is 2, this sign, minus this 3 into this one, that is 3. Okay, this is whole and take in bracket, divided by 2 into 3. So minus 1 divided by 6. So our answer is minus 1 by 6. So we will be given this expression and we have to find the answer, and it should be in the fraction and it should be irreducible. That means, suppose let's say we got our answer as 12 by 15, then we have to do this or convert this to our irreducible fraction. This is reducible, right? If I divide 3 to numerator and denominator, what will I get? 12 by 3 is 4 divided by 5. So this is a irreducible fraction. So we have to, instead of this, we have to reduce this. Okay. Now, now how we will solve this question? This is a maths question. This is a expression. So here given we are given an expression. So when we are given an expression type question, then we can use the pattern. Okay. So if we see this, if we get this and this separately, then we can calculate using this formula. Okay, so let's say we have num1 divided by denominator 1 and num2 divided by denominator 2. If we know both the like one fraction and the second fraction also, so how we can solve this maths? We will do num1 into denominator 2 plus because we are not considering sign, we are considering the sign of num2 and num term directly. So if num2 is minus, then automatically plus into minus, here it will be minus. Okay, denominator 1 into num2. Okay, so this is our numerator. Then what will be our denominator? New denominator, it will be denominator 1 into denominator 2. Okay, so in this way we can find numerator and denominator. If we get, okay, this is our num1 by num2, this is our num2 by denominator, this is by num1 by denominator 1, this is num2 by denominator 2. So if we know this, okay, in this format if we get, then can we calculate like this? We will get num as 0 and denominator as 1. So we can return num plus slash denominator, right? So we are going to use the pattern class, where we will pass our regex. Okay, so for this type of okay, pattern. What we will do, we want num1 and denom1 separate, okay, because here we are doing this calculation, we don't want together. Okay, so for that we have to group it. So num1 and for denominator 1 we have two groups, this is first and this is second. For first group, what will be the pattern? The first thing is plus or minus. Okay, here we have plus or minus and we have numbers. Okay, this is our group 1. So plus or minus or digit. Okay, so how we can write regex is, let's say we are using a pattern class. Pattern is equal to pattern dot compile. If you want to explore about this pattern matcher classes, so you can explore, okay, then you can solve this question. So first thing is we want plus or minus sign. Plus minus, this means either plus or minus, but it is it compulsory? No, for 1 by 3 you can see there is no plus and minus. Okay, so here we will write it is a optional, that is question mark. Then we'll use slash slash d plus. Instead of one slash, we are using two backslash because only one backslash has different meaning in string Java. Okay, so this is our group one. Now for group two, okay, let's add this in. Okay, this parenthesis. Then this is a group one, and which is divided by group. This is not this. This, okay, this is our sign. Now after this only we have what? We have number or integer. So it is d plus. Okay. So more than one digit. So this is our pattern. Next we have to match this also, right? With our expression. Matcher is equal to this created object dot what match, and we have to pass our expression. Then it will find all the matching sequences. Okay, so we have to use this as a in a loop, that every time it will first, let's say this is example, then first it will detect this, and in the next iteration it will detect this, and then next in this. So if we got our first, so what we can do is consider anything with 0/1 plus all other our expression, that is consider this is our example, and we are considering like this. So we are considering initial numerator and denominator as 0/1, and then after calculating with this two, whatever we did this formula, applying this formula, whatever answer we'll get, we will store it in numerator and denominator, and that will be used with this. Again this we'll store in numerator denominator, that will be used with this, and then at the last we will get our answer. Okay, so let's say int numerator is equal to 0, denominator is equal to 1. Okay, 0/1 is 0 only, so at the end we have to return this only because we are updating the our answer in this. So use a while loop, match dot find. Okay, so here we'll get int, let's say num, that is numerator. We'll calculate string into integer dot parse int dot matcher dot group 1. So we'll get our this first one, either 1 or -1, okay, in our integer. Now int denominator is equal to integer dot parse int matcher dot group 2. Okay, so this is what group 1 group 2, this is our group 1 and this is group 2. So now we got numerator and denominator, new numerator and new denominator. So we have to update in this numerator denominator using this same formula, that is numerator is equal to our num1 and numerator, consider num1 and numerator are same. Okay, so we have to use this formula. We are updating. So here what we are going to write is numerator is equal to numerator into denominator plus denominator, check spelling if you are writing, denominator into numerator. Okay, now for denominator we will write denominator into denominator. Okay, so using this formula we have written our updated our numerator and denominator, but we have to return what? We have to return irreducible fraction. So for that, if let's say 12 by 15 is there, so if you find the greatest common divisor of 12 and 15 and divide it by that, then we will get our irreducible fraction. So for that we have to write GDC, find GDC method. Okay, so this is our end of method. Let's create an GDC method which will return GDC of two number, int a, int b. Okay, so here we know how to find the GDC of two number. Okay, so we are what? Wait, yeah. Till our b gets 0, we are doing this process. This is a standard process which we can follow. Yeah, or you can implement this as in recursive form also. Okay, so I'm just writing first. Our main question is different. This is just finding GDC. Okay, now you can you can understand it, or let me know if you want a detailed explanation for this. Okay, now we are finding the GDC. Now enter value. Okay, it will be GDC of two numbers. One is numerator, one is denominator. But the thing is, numerator can be negative or positive. So let's make this numerator as numerator. Okay, if it is minus, we'll take plus and denominator and find the GCD. Now we have to divide it by divide numerator what numerator, yeah, is equal to or slash equal to val, and denominator slash equal to val. Okay, now and after this we have to return what? Numerator plus slash denominator, so that it will be in our fraction form only. So what we did, okay, so for pattern and matches we have to also add imports, otherwise as we are using it, so we have to add imports also, right? It is in java dot util dot regex dot pattern. So similarly for matcher. Okay, now what we have done is numerator and denominator 0 and 1. Okay, initially we have initiated, then plus minus, and this is optional, and then the our integer, and this is a group 1, this is group 2. Then for each next sequence of pattern we are finding numerator and denominator with group 1 and group 2. Then we are finding the our answer as, I mean, for the calculation for first two fractions is numerator into denominator plus denominator into numerator divided by denominator into denominator. Then we are finding the GCD of a number. Okay, then dividing it by val, that GCD, so that we get irreducible fraction, and at the end we are returning. And for the GDC also, we are using the standard method to find the GDC. Let's run. Okay, you can see our solution is working. So in this way you can solve this question using this method. There are many other methods you can use to solve this method, solve this question. Okay, so if you feel this video is helpful to you, and please then like my this video and subscribe my channel, stay updated. Thank you so much.